friends. It's a matter of great pleasure for me to address the students of Indian community schools in Kuwait. It's the right time because a lot of disruptions are taking place across the world. As rightly pointed out by Mr. Gangadhar, say the COVID-19 facilitated a lot of opportunities also. So when we are thinking of any opportunities, some of the crisis may facilitate some of the opportunities. That is the reason why, as part of virtual platform, we could interact with students and parents. Today's topic is what next after 10. So whenever the success in life depends upon two factors, that is the right choice and the right involvement. The success depends upon the right choice and the right involvement. If there is any failure in the choice of the courses, there will be substantially failure in your career also. So the first thing I would like to emphasize is the success in life depends upon the right choice and the right involvement. I can quote 2 or 3 examples also. 3 years back, a parent and a student came to my office, and he's doing engineering in a engineering college in Tamil Nadu. And he completed 6 semesters of BTech program. Unfortunately, he couldn't succeed more than 60% of the courses. And the parent is so much worried about him. At the same time, I asked the student, what's the problem? He told, I am interested in taking English literature because I used to read and I used to write. I used to get a lot of prizes in the literary competition also. Unfortunately, my parents, my peer group, including my mother and father, they compelled me to take a course on engineering because all our relatives friends are doing engineering. Unfortunately, I compelled to do engineering. I told the parents to drop the engineering program, then take another program in which he is interested. Unfortunately, the process continued. He also completed 1 more semester without passing any of the courses. Finally, they came again. And I told him to write the English and Foreign Language University. There is an university in Hyderabad, EFL University, you might have heard of. There they are doing different programs like BA Honors in English and MA program and different linguistic programs. So I compelled the student to write for the examination. And I already forwarded many of the old question papers and all that. And the student prepared well for the examination and he got first rank in the English and Foreign Language University entrance examination. Now he is studying there for 3rd-year BA Honors program with scholarship. The second case study, because immediately after completing the 10th program, 10th SSLC examination in Kerala, when I visited my friend's house, I could hear a lot of quarreling between the parent and the student. And the parents are compelling the student to go for engineering or a NEET entrance examination. That is medical entrance examination is the only entrance examination for the medical courses, national eligibility and entrance test. But the student is telling why I need to go for the program because immediately after 10th, my interest is to do social sciences. And immediately after completing my social sciences program during +2, my intention is to move for BA Economics program at Jawaharlal Nehru University. And my intention is to prepare for civil services examination. But the parents are compelling the student to go for the NEET entrance examination in a remote coaching center. This is the way things are doing because the parents are deciding at the same time many of the students compelled to do the courses. Unfortunately or fortunately, many of the students are not taking any decision immediately after completing the 9th or 10th program. That is the reason why beloved principal of the school, Dr. Binu Mohan sir, suggested me for this program. So what next they have to do immediately after 10th. So the decision need to be taken at the earliest. For example, immediately after 10th, most often the parents are under the impression that science program is good. Okay, science program is good. At the same time, if the student is not interested, what is the use of it? Some of the students may be interested to do for the NEET entrance examination, national eligibility and entrance test, for medical exam, medical entrance examination, for joining MBBS or BDS or agriculture or related Ayurveda or allied health program. If he is really interested in programs related to medical or allied biological sciences, why he is taking biomass? Why he is taking mathematics for his +2 program? At the same time, there are certain students, they are very keen to join for the engineering program, either writing joint engineering entrance examination, JEE main, or join or any other state engineering entrance examination. At the same time, why the parents are compelling the students to take biology for their +2 program along with the mathematics? So the decision making is more important. At the same time, some of the students, some of the parents, some of the students are interested to do for some of the accounting programs. Accounting and finance program, lot of opportunities are there. So those students who are interested to do for accounting program, they can do some of the courses related to accountancy, business studies, or management programs during their +2 period. Immediately after completing the program, they can either log in, either they can try for actuaries India program, they can try for financial analyst program, they can try for chartered accountant program, they can try for associated chartered certified accountant program, and they can also try for the Chartered Institute of Management Accountant program, CIMA Global program. Lot of opportunities are there. At the same time, the need of the hour is whether the student is interested or not. So the selection of the course depends upon the interest of the student. So the first and foremost thing is the interest of the student, whether the student is interested to pursue with the subject or not. Immediately after, say, the students who are attending, the 9th and 10th students who are attending this program, they must take into account which are the major subjects in which they are interested. So why they are interested. So try to assess the strength of the students, whether some of the students doing in the 10th standard or 9th standard may not be interested to continue with the mathematics for a while. So immediately after 10th program, they can leave the program, and at the same time, there are a lot of opportunity to evade mathematics and move with some other courses. So the higher education, including the +2 program, facilitates the students to go into micro level planning program so as to study some of the courses in which he is interested. So the first and foremost thing is the interest of the student. The second thing is the aptitude of the student. Some of the students may be very much interested to study STEM courses like science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So for them, the mathematics may be good, the physics may be good, and then chemistry may be good. For those students who are interested to pursue for engineering or technology courses, they must be well versed in mathematics and physics. So the aptitude of the student is more important. And the third thing is the attitude of the student. Whether some of the students may not be interested to become a doctor. Some of the students' intention is to become a scientist. Some of the students, their intention is to become a teacher. Some of the students, they may not be interested to work alone. At the same time, their interest is to become an entrepreneur. So a lot of options are there. Across the world, a lot of options are there. So when we are taking into account the three sectors together, the first sector, the primary sector, that is the agriculture, and the second is India is basically an agrarian country, even though the secondary sector is the industrial sector and the tertiary sector is the services sector. Even though India is an agrarian country with more than 65% of the population working in the agriculture sector, the trend is, as per the recent economic review, reveals that the growth in services sector that crosses beyond 10% of the GDP, and it supersedes the primary agriculture sector and the secondary industrial sector. So the services sector creates a lot of employment opportunities across the world. So we must realize this change. So the service, even the primary sector, the agriculture is also moving towards services sector in whichever way. For example, previously agriculture was part of our culture, agri plus culture. Now the trend is agriculture is moving more towards business, that is agri-business. When agriculture is moving from agriculture to agri-business, the trend is more from primary to tertiary, that is from primary agriculture sector to tertiary services sector. So lot of opportunities are emerging in the agri-business sector. And within the agri-business sector, the trend is more towards value addition. That is the food processing sector, in which Mr. Gangadhar mentioned about that. So food processing sector is one of the robust sectors. And the recent findings and recent study reveals that by 2022 of the total retail market, 70% will be food retail alone. So women, they are not confined to the kitchen. They are all working. So their designation is getting changed as home managers. So there are huge opportunities for ready to eat and ready to cook food products. So a lot of opportunities are there. So at a time, lot of the primary and secondary industrial sectors are transforming towards tertiary sectors. 68% of the employment opportunities are in services sector. So the attitude of the student is more important. And the third thing is the goal of the student. And many of the students, even though they are in 9th standard or 10th standard, not yet decided to in which profession they are interested. At the same time, it is the need of the parents and the teachers to facilitate them to take a decision. Some of the students may be interested to pursue for undergrad program from abroad. Some of the students are interested to pursue undergrad program from India and to move for higher studies, especially graduate program from English-speaking countries like United States of America, UK, New Zealand, Australia or Canada. And some of the students may be interested to pursue for professional courses. Some of the students may be interested to pursue for research. So a lot of options are there. It all depends upon the goal of the student. So when we are talking about education, 4 E's are more important. First is expansion. Education, number of educational institutions are expanding like anything in the country. See the educational institutions in Kuwait. See the number of educational institutions are expanding like there are n number of higher educational institutions, n number of schools, n number of CBSE, ICSE, different types of schools. So expansion is one of the major pillars within the educational domain. The second is equity. All are getting the opportunity to study. The third is excellence. There are n number of excellent educational institutions across the world, including Indian community schools. So third is excellence. At the same time, fourth is more important, that is employability. So first is expansion, second is equity, and third is excellence, and fourth is employability. So of the graduates passing out from the country, the recent findings, recent study by National Software and Service Companies, NASSCOM, reveals that the employability among the graduates are only around 22%. So taking into account the employability of the BTech graduates, say from India, there are around 32 lakh students are passing out from arts and science colleges within the country. And there are around 8 lakh students are passing out from engineering colleges. So the employability among the engineering graduates are only around 25%. At the same time, when we are talking about education, it has 3 domains. The first part is knowledge, and the second part is skill, and the third part is attitude. So the education, most often, many of our educational system facilitates to get more of knowledge. At the same time, it fails in providing the attitude towards the correct career, appropriate career, and also appropriate skill development programs. That is the reason why Government of India is facilitating lot of skill development program to a separate mission called a National Skill Development Corporation. Almost all the countries, they are having separate skill development programs. UK Sector Skill Council, US Sector Skill Council, Australian Council. So all the countries, they are having appropriate skill development programs. So just like value addition for food, all the students who complete any of the program, especially the degree program or any technical program, they require appropriate skilling interventions as part of value addition. Then only their employability can be increased. So taking into account all these changes, we need to look for appropriate areas, taking into account the interest of the student, the aptitude of the student, the attitude of the student, and the goal of the student. In marketing, the buyer and deciders are entirely different. For example, if I am buying a cloth for my children, I am the buyer and I am the decider, and the user is my children. At the same time, if you are taking education in that way, it will be very difficult for them to succeed. For example, If your children, they are interested in studying a particular course, but your interest may be something different. Sometimes parents may be under the impression that I would facilitate to make my children doctor or engineer or a scientist. But unfortunately, if the student is not interested, what will be the result? So this is the way things are moving. So the decision making is more important. So the right decision making is one of the cardinal steps for career success. So let me present my slides. So the higher education, lot of transformations are taking place during especially during the COVID period also. So through this presentation, I'll be giving what are the tips for the right decision making. I'll be explaining the context in which we are living. So whenever we are taking into account the selection of the courses, we must take into account the changes which are taking place in the coming 2 or 3 decades. So rather than focusing on some of the programs available within the country, we need to forecast the changes, the technological changes taking place across. Oh. With regard to education, the concept of global village is acquiring momentum across the world. Any student can access to any of the foreign universities. So all the English-speaking countries, they are having a lot of opportunities. So a student immediately after completing the +2 program, he can move for any undergrad program in any of the country. The only thing is he need to satisfy many of the proficiency English examination or some other examination, which I will explain. The second thing is any student can immediately after completing the undergrad program from India, they can look for any grad program abroad. So within the global village concept, the education is lot as part of services, lot of opportunities are existing across the world. The parents and students, they are under the impression that the opportunities are getting limited. No. There are umpteen numbers of opportunities across the world. Any student can access to any of the foreign universities. India geographically forms only 2.37%. India geographically forms only 2.37% of the world. At the same time, more than 97% of the opportunities are outside the country. So, lot of opportunities exist. So, I'll be explaining more about the courses, more about the context, and more about the changing trends, and more about the selection pattern also. So, career planning is more important. So, the career planning depends upon knowing yourself. Knowing yourself means you should have some introspection about your strength, your weakness, your opportunities, and your challenges. So know yourself. All the students should ask, they should have an introspection. What choice, what courses I should take for the future? So this is more important. The second thing is explore your options. There are different options. You can prioritize many of the options. Some of the students doing either in the 10th standard or 10th standard, his interest may be to become a scientist. At the same time, he hasn't decided in which scientist he to become. At the same time, after completing the 10th program, his interest is to become a social scientist. He need to move for a humanities program for the +2 program, +2 period. If the student is interested to become an engineer, he can straight away avoid biology and can move on to science stream. At the same time, if the student is interested in management stream, he can select appropriate options for the +2 period. So this is the way the exploring the options are more important than making the decisions. At the same time, students may be having some vague idea about their career during the 9th or 10th. At the same time, it is the duty of the teachers and the parents to facilitate them to take the right decision. For example, if their interest is to become a pilot, how to become a pilot? So which stream I need to take for the +2 program? Can I enroll for the pilot program immediately after the +2 program? Or whether I need to do for the BTech and then to enroll for the program? At the same time, student is interested for a management program. or IIM management program. There are IIMs in India like IIM Into. They are offering 5-year integrated management program. So a student who is interested in the management program, rather than waiting for till degree program to complete, he can straight away enroll for the management program after completing +2. So he can choose any of the +2 subjects in which he is interested. IIM Intor is offering integrated management program. At the same time, national law universities across the country, they are offering a lot of opportunities for integrated law program. There are 17 national law universities in India. They are offering integrated BLLB program, BSc LLB program, BCom LLB program, and BBLLB program. So the selection is through a common entrance test called CLAT, Common Law Admission Test. So if the student is interested to join for a common law admission test program and to enroll for an integrated LLB program in any of the national law universities or other universities like Jindal or Symbiosis Institute, so he can take any of the subjects in which he is interested for the +2 period. Some of the students, in many cases, we used to see, especially in Kerala, it is more because the students immediately after completing the 10th, their intention is to do biomass. So during the biomass period, they used to attend lot of coaching programs for engineering and NEET also, medical program. So during the +2 period, they won't get enough time to concentrate. So what will be the result? Immediately after completing the +2 program, they were unable to succeed in any of the entrance examinations. So they need to prioritize many of the issues. If the student is really interested in biology, he may not be much more interested in mathematics to pursue for engineering program. Most often the parents and teachers must realize this change. So we shouldn't compel the student to take both biology and mathematics together and to write all the entrance examinations coming under the sky. It will be very difficult, very stressful as far as the student is concerned. At the same time, if the student during the 9th and 10th period is prioritizing the program in which he is interested, based upon the 4 cardinals which I already explained, based upon his interest, based upon his attitude, based upon his aptitude, and based upon his goal, it will be very easy for him to do the program. And if the student is interested to join for either Indian Civil Service or United Nations or any of the leading institutions, global institutions, he can choose either social science program. Economics is one of the best programs, and he can also take public policies, one of the best programs. He can choose anthropology, then public health. So many programs are available. So all the courses, they are having appropriate career opportunities. There is not even a single course without having any of the options. So career planning, making decisions are more important. Then after taking the decisions, the next thing is you have to move on with this decision. So at the same time, you need to take into account the values. The mentors, especially your teachers, can help you, and your parents can also assist you. Then you must have some self-focus. In whichever area I'm interested, you should have some self-focus. Because my friend is telling he's interested in engineering, why I need to join for the engineering? You need to ask yourself. Then organization, from the organization in the international school in which you are studying, you will get a lot of information. Lot of resources from the library. At the same time, in India, say you are all using smartphones. You'll be getting a lot of in the internet connected world. You'll get a lot of information through your smartphone. So there are n number of resources available within your library. So the future depends upon the way through which you are taking a decision. Then with regard to the values, there are so many values are there. The adventure, balance, confidence, control, creativity, discipline, family, financial security, friends, freedom, fulfillment, forgiveness. There are n number of values are there. So try to identify and prioritize your 5 values. Based upon the 5 values, you can think of in whichever way you are interested. If your interest is to move more towards creativity, think of taking some courses about design program or some courses related to fashion technology. There are institutes in India like National Institute of Fashion Technology. They are offering BF Tech, Bachelor of Fashion Technology program. then Bachelor of Design program in apparel design, furniture design, network design, and also fashion communication program. Then National Institute of Design, Mumbai, then Ahmedabad and Bangalore, they are also offering Bachelor of Design program. And some of the IITs are also offering program. So you can get selection through the entrance examination. Separate entrance examination, you see it for IITs, that is the separate entrance examination for IIT Bachelor of Design program, then NIFT entrance examination, National Institute of Fashion Technology program, then National Institute of Design program for separate entrance courses. So based upon your values, based upon the area in which you are interested, based upon the discipline in which you are interested, you can prioritize. Because if a student is very much interested in design courses, there is no need for taking any courses which are very difficult to study. So immediately after completing the 10 program, you can choose some of the easy subjects for the design program. Except for Bachelor of Fashion Technology program, you need to study mathematics. For all other program, Bachelor of Design program, any +2 is sufficient. The next thing is consider whom they admire. Because many of the teachers, they can facilitate to give more advice to the students. Who do they aspire to be like? Many of the students, some of the students may be interested to aspire to be like their teachers, who has given them valuable food for thought over the years. They can list these people and rank them as who they can work with as mentors. So the teachers can act as mentors and facilitate to give appropriate information or percolate the appropriate information among the students. Then focus is more important. You should have more self-focus. Without self-focus, for example, some of the students used to say, today they used to say, I'm interested to become a scientist. Tomorrow he used to say, I am interested to become a doctor. And the next day he used to say, I am interested to become a journalist. So that is very difficult. So at the same time, you should have some self-focus based upon your interest, attitude, aptitude, and goal. Then you need to have more updated information. So across the world, lot of changes are taking place in the technology side. So within the computer science, engineering, lot of changes are taking place. Artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, blockchain technology, data science, and data management are some of the potential sectors which can create umpteen opportunities over the coming 30 or 40 years. So updated information is more important. So that take into account the changing trends. Some of the courses, especially the electric vehicles, automobile engineering, environmental engineering, and robotics, these are all some of the courses. At the same time, courses related to actuarial science, then financial analysis, then accounting courses, lot of opportunities. So some of the courses related to agri-business, lot of opportunities are there. Some of the courses related to food processing and food technology, lot of opportunities are there. So take into account the changing trends across the world. So education is not limited within our country. Not it is a, so we are living in a global village concept. So within the globalized era, any student can access to any of the universities or education institutions across the world, and they can work anywhere in the world. So the pathways are more important. At the same time, you need to look for some of the processes. So many often I could meet many of the parents. Say today they have written the NEET examination. Tomorrow they are going for another engineering entrance examination. Yesterday, a parent called me and asked me, say, my student got selected for the BHMS program, that is Bachelor in Homeopathic Medical Surgery program, to become a homeo doctor at Father Muller's College, Father Muller's Homeo College in Mangalore. But now she has been selected for integrated MA Political Science program in a central university. In which subject, which decision I need to take? Then I told the parent, so why you are asking this question? Because a student sincerely, rightly interested to become a homeo doctor may not be interested to study the political science. So first thing is to take the attitude of the aptitude of the student. How the aptitude of the student can be mapped? That's an important question many of the parents and teachers used to ask. You say there are n number of apps available, because as far as Indians are concerned, they used to download and use around 30 apps from Google Play Store. At the same time, there is a simple mechanism through which you can assess the aptitude of the student. Take A4 sheet of paper with the 4 columns. The first, the strength; second, the opportunity; second, the weakness; third, the opportunity; and for the challenges. So within these pages, tell the parents, both of them, to write about the student. Tell one of the best teachers to write about the aptitude of the student. Tell the student also to write about the strength, weakness, and opportunities and challenges. So within these 4 sheets, we can compile further and we'll get some clue about the aptitude of the student. Then you can prioritize this and you can act upon that and you can further pursue with that the student, and you can ask some leading questions and you can arrive into a conclusion. That is more important. Then within that case, most often many of the students, especially for the high school students, especially the students of the 9th standard and 10th standard, helps to take a decision, help students discover their interests and talents. What are their interests? What are their talents? Then consider their academic strength also you can consider. If the student is very poor in physics and mathematics and he is telling my interest is to become a scientist, or my interest is to become an engineer, my interest is to become an engineer, to study beta program in an IITs, it will be very difficult. So you have to compare the academic strength, at the same time discover their interests and talents. That is more important. Then identify students' 5 greatest personal or social strength. That is also more important. Then explore trending careers. There are certain careers, there are a lot of opportunities. By 2021, we are moving towards the era of automation. So this automation will create a lot of employment opportunities. And skill development is one of the potential areas which can create umpteen number of employment opportunities. So work on career options with the high school counselor. The students need to work with them. Next is most important, that is create a detailed career map. For example, each school can make a detailed career map based upon many of the sector skill council. For example, within the BTech program, how many engineers are there within the BTech? The civil engineer, then BArch architecture, then electrical engineer, electronics engineer, mechanical, automobile. So n number of engineering branches are there. So based upon that, all the schools can make a career map, then fill in position profiles, do your research, expand your knowledge and skills, and set small goals for yourself. Then at the same time, all the teachers need to network to gain visibility. The next thing is the future concerns are also more important. Students, most often, many of the parents, they are under an apprehension that how the universities or colleges make graduates employed. So the recent findings reveal that the employability among the graduates are getting reduced because of the poor skill. And among the skill, the communication skill is also more important. Within the communication skill, English proficiency is also getting reduced. So how the universities or colleges make graduates employable. At the same time, our students also look into why our brothers and sisters, their employability is getting reduced. The reason is the poor skills, poor communication skill, poor domain skill, and poor technical skill. How it can be improved further, so that immediately after my program, whether I will immediately get campus placement or whether I can get into the job. Classroom learning blended with the virtual or experiential learning program. That is also more important. Now there are a lot of opportunities. Bridge the demand supply gap for the quality education. The breeding ground for innovation. A lot of innovation is taking place across the world. A lot of students are interested to become entrepreneurs. They are interested to establish their own startups from the campuses. Even from the college days, they are working with a lot of startups. So collaborations through interdisciplinary and cross-cultural learning is also more important. So some of the programs for the 21st century include higher education institutions to rethink their role in the society of teaching and learning, focused on students 5 to 10 years than the teaching field. The attitude, knowledge, and skills are more important. Nurture students to be socially competent and conscious. Interventions in pedagogy and infrastructure are sometimes required to improve the decision-making process of the student. So the students require critical thinking, communication, problem solving, and leadership skills, continued collaboration for changing needs, and equip the students with the right skills to increase their productivity. So many of the trends are depends upon, for example, based upon the new age innovation. Lot of new job roles are emerging. So artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, blockchain technology, data science, data management. These are some of the new courses. Then our changing job roles are more important. It has been envisaged that by 2040, there are around, if the existing 40% of the jobs become obsolete. By 2025, it has been envisaged that 9% of the new job roles will not be familiar to us. So the changing job roles are more important. Social and emotional learning, interest-based learning, lot of freedom to choose the right career path. That is more important. And some of the courses like innovative courses like yoga, recently Government of India, so they accepted they are conducting separate national eligibility tests for yoga teachers. So there are a lot of opportunities for those who completed postgraduate program in yoga to become yoga teacher in universities and colleges. So lot of transformations are taking place in education, technology, and remote learning. So now, as a sequel to COVID-19, remote learning process is acquiring momentum across the world. Automation will change the workforce, and need for reskilling and upskilling is getting increased. So the computer science, when we are talking about the computer science, introduction to computer science, Python for everybody, Python and R, they are the basic languages which are getting more awareness nowadays. Then data science and data analytics, IBM data science, statistics, and R business analytics are some of the programs. Then leadership and innovation, strategic management, corporate finance, business leadership. Human skills are required, especially human public speaking, business communications, business writing, critical thinking and problem solving, business analytics for data-driven decision making, creative thinking, and tools for success. Digital skills include introduction to marketing, digital product management, in whichever way, a lot of new courses are emerging within the sector of data courses, like as I explained earlier, say the artificial intelligence, data management, machine learning, cyber security, blockchain technology, and the cloud computing are some of the emerging sectors. Say 4 million students are studying engineering in the country. 32 million students are studying other courses. Of the 400 million working professionals, 100 million are working in different sectors. They require micro certificate and diploma programs. The academia industry interface can create a lot of opportunities. So the students some of the students may be interested in research. If the students are interested in research, we need to identify the students whether they are having innovation in their mind, whether they are imaginative, whether they are having intuition among other students. Then nurture the culture of research. Then startup revolution is acquiring momentum across the world. So responsible artificial intelligence for social empowerment, transformation in key sectors. Say even during COVID, some of the sectors without having much recession include lot of opportunities in healthcare, agriculture, finance, education, and educational mobility. So the changing trends depends upon the employability during the pre-COVID and after COVID. So increase in youth population. The transformation of the market is taking place. Opportunities and future of work are changing. Learn how to reach the global standards. COVID-19 taught us how to reach the global standards. We must perform in an extraordinary way. Move towards digital technology. Project management is more important. Brand new opportunities are waiting, and lot of opportunities for courses related to creativity and working from remote stations are emerging like anything across the world. So the brand new habits are emerging. Shift to digital solutions, changing workplace policy, and most of the IT professionals, they are working from home. E-commerce growth rate will outpace earlier levels. Realize the importance of insurance and overall protection. Robotics will be used at the public and personal level. adoption of the blockchain technology and other advancements. Then digital payment is getting more prominence. Transformation towards online and digital technologies. That is the reason why you are attending this program. Emergence of new technologies, agribusiness, advanced IT, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, cloud services, machine learning, blockchain technology. Then graduates require analytical skill, communication skill, and technical skill. So some of the robust sectors include, these are some of the robust sectors. So the students, if they are interested to get into this sector, so which are the options they need to select for their +2 period, or after completing the +2 period, which are the courses they need to identify for the higher education program. Digital technologies, automation, skill development, healthcare, including biomedical science and biomedical engineering, e-commerce, e-learning, data analytics, augmented reality, machine learning, cybersecurity, process automation, and self-service capabilities. The students need technical, domain, and communication skill. Then only they can excel. So, interventions with appropriate technology, push towards digital technologies are emerging. And a lot of universities across the world, overseas universities, they are offering a lot of programs, lot of tailor-made programs are also. Some of the courses may be good for some of the students. If a student is interested to pursue for education abroad immediately after completing the +2 program, he has to prepare for SAT, Scholastic Aptitude Test, or American College Testing, along with the TOEFL, Test of English as a Foreign Language, or IELTS, International English Language Testing System. So during the +2 period itself, if the student is interested to pursue for higher studies abroad, that is undergrad program, he need to prepare for this examination during the +1 period itself. Some of the students, they are under the impression that they can prepare for this proficiency examination immediately after completing the +2 period. It's a wrong decision, because the students, if they are interested to pursue, if a student from Kuwait Community School is interested to pursue for undergrad program from UK immediately after +2, the first thing he has to do is, during the +1 period itself, he has to prepare for all these examinations. That is the SAT. If his destination is UK, he has to write SAT and IELTS examination. Then all these colleges within the UK colleges, they used to give admission based upon their 10th mark, their test scores in the SAT and also the IELTS examination, and also their +1 marks. So immediately before writing the final +2 examination, these students can access to these universities for getting admission. So this is the way they can plan. So this educational planning is more important. If we are not planning well, we will lose 1 year. So lot of disruptions are taking place within the COVID-19 disruptions. Global village concept is emerging. Lot of opportunities for entrepreneurship, startups, growth in services sector, digital economy is flourishing, technology, consumer preferences are also changing. Lot of opportunities for study abroad program. So the economic recession creates lot of opportunities for management and business studies. Then future skills are also changing. So this COVID-19 disruption has created lot of opportunities. So as far as 2020 is concerned, because of COVID-19, the 2020, a lot of disruptions happened. It affected the education sector. At the same time, the 2021 will be most often will be very progressive year for the students. Lot of opportunities will be there for the technology side, science, technology, engineering, mathematics, and also accounting. Lot of opportunities will be there. As far as India is concerned, demographically, 1/3 of Indians are within the age group of 18 to 24 years. We used to call them as Gen Zs. So there will be substantial growth in the services sector. So some of the courses like artificial intelligence, data science, Internet of Things, and data management, we can expect spectacular growth during 2021. Application of AI in health sciences will increase. Technologies will enable efficiency in services and industrial sectors. AI means artificial intelligence will accelerate research in various sectors, including health, climate, and agriculture. Healthcare courses and life sciences will show robust growth. Startups and entrepreneurship will accelerate growth. And due to emergence of 5G, there will be a lot of opportunities in the connectivity sector. Within the country, more than 17% of the global population will be in digital economy. So some of the potential courses like defense, aerospace, food processing and farming, healthcare, infrastructure, media, mining, travel and tourism, retail, manufacturing. Even though some of the crisis within the travel and tourism is very limited, and after as and when the COVID disruptions are over, this sector will exhibit spectacular growth. Then facility management, building information modeling, 3D printing, biomedical science, agribusiness and agro processing, Internet of Things. So a lot of opportunities exist. Then some of the courses like economics, developmental science, life sciences, engineering, architecture, communication, food processing, food technology, food and nutrition. This can create a lot of opportunities. Artificial intelligence, data science, these are some of the potential courses. So some of the courses like science, humanities, commerce, business studies and computer application, psychology, sociology and anthropology and cyber forensics, data analytics, machine learning, Internet of Things and AI, biomedical science, food and nutrition, dietetics, data science, data management, social work, business economics, entrepreneurship, digital marketing, e-commerce, home science, microbiology, biochemistry, BWOC programs in design, fashion technology, accounting, lot of courses are there. At the same time, some of the students may be interested to do some of the courses from some of the pioneering institutions like Birla Institute of Technology and Science. They can choose bioscience program, Indian Institute of Science Education program, ISER and NISER, National Institute of Science Education program. They can write the entrance examination next. The selection to ISER is based upon ISER and Indian Institute of Science based upon an exam called. There are three ways they can look into. The first way is they can write KVPY, Kishore Vaidyanik Protsahan Yojana program. So a student during +1 period and +2 period, they can write the program. So a student is very much interested in science program. He or she can prepare well for the 9th and 10th standard. And during the 11th standard, he can write the KVPY examination. Based upon the KVPY, he can get admission in ISER, Indian Institute of Science Education and Research or Indian Institute of Sciences. And also the next option is based upon their +2 marks. If they're well in science with more than 90% mark, they can apply for the ISER aptitude test. Then if they are well in good in JEE advanced score, they will be selected for this ISER. So Chennai Mathematical Institute admission test, those students who are interested in mathematics, Indian Statistical Institute admission test, Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. So in many of the colleges, in arts and science colleges, best colleges are there. So the KVPY, then Tata Institute of Fundamental Research is another institute, and they used to conduct their own scholarship program, then Inspire scholarship program, then India International Olympiad program, then Department of Biotechnology program, lot of science scholarship programs. If the student is really interested in science, he can choose biomass program and he can pursue for research or he can pursue for many of the scholarship entrance examination, that too during the +1 or +2 period itself. So he can well prepare for the examination. Then other courses like agriculture science, anthropology, bioengineering and climatic science, lot of opportunities are there. So as I told earlier, the success in life depends upon the right choice and the right involvement. So appropriate decision making is more important. So if a student is very good in physics and mathematics during their 9th and 10th period, he can choose physics and mathematics for their science stream subjects for their +2 period. And he can enter either for the engineering program or the technology program. So this is the way they can map their career. They can map their programs for their +2 program. So for the +2, there are different combinations of that. If the student is very good in physics and mathematics, provided if he is interested to become an engineer or a technologist, he can select physics or mathematics for their +1 program. Then if the student is very much interested to work with the health sciences and allied health sciences, including Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, Homeopathy, MBBS, BDS, or veterinary science or agriculture sciences, he can choose biology for their +2 period. Then if the student is very good in both biology and mathematics, for example, if he is interested to pursue for research, especially from ISER, Indian Institute of Sciences, National Institute of Science Education and Research, they can choose both biology and mathematics stream together. If the students are very much interested to become a civil servant or interested to work in services sector or interested to work in Asian Development Bank, World Bank or United Nations or any other UN agencies, they can choose humanities and social sciences. Then if some of the students may be interested to become accountants and also to work in banks and to become interested to work in finance sector, they can choose commerce, business studies or accounting type program. At the same time, some of the students may be having a lot of creativity. So they can choose based upon their aptitude, either architecture course, BR course or art and design course. Within the art and design course, they can choose some of the programs of National Institute of Fashion Technology, National Institute of Design and IITs. Then if the student is having better reading and writing skills, journalism is a good option. Within the journalism, a lot of changes are the new media is emerging. Then English and communication courses they can choose. If the student is interested to work in health related areas, he can choose biology related areas. Then engineering and technology course, so biology, physics, chemistry with mathematics stream is good. Then advanced research, they can choose in ISER and NISER. For the +2 stream, they can choose biology and mathematics together. So science, humanities, some of the students may be interested either in science, humanities and commerce, any of the program at the same time. So they can choose some of the services sector courses. So those who are interested to work in any of the services sector courses, they can choose any of the programs, any of the easy courses in which they are interested. So creativity, art and design and fine arts and music and dance, these courses are, they can choose many of these programs based upon their interest and their aptitude. Some of the students may be very good in English and language skills. Some of the students may be interested in computer science and IT. They can choose multimedia courses, computer science or computer engineering program. Some of the students may be interested to work in agriculture sector, veterinary science and fisheries and food technology sector. They can choose these vocational subjects. For them, for the +2 period, they can choose biology as their option. If their interest is to work in Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and homeopathy, they can choose biology related courses. So the student need to take a decision. For that, the decision making to become more easy for the student and the parents, the school is conducting this type career awareness program. Each student should ask himself, what kind of life do I want for myself? What kind of life do I want for myself? The next question again he can ask, what choices will create this kind of life? So I would like to become a scientist. Which scientist? An aircraft scientist, an aeronautical scientist, a biological scientist, a veterinary scientist, a medical scientist. So what kind of life do I want for myself? Each student should ask as part of his introspection, what kind of life do I want for myself? At the same time, he needs to take into account his interest, aptitude, attitude, and the goal. The second question also he needs to ask, what choices will create this kind of life? If I need to become a pilot, what courses I have to take for the +2 program? So whatever courses you are taking, it should make a difference. All the students are creating their own life. All the students should focus and think. They should focus on their strength and abilities. That is more important. At the same time, they must pursue their passion. If they are not interested in many of the areas, then they won't take that courses into account. So be true to yourself. If the student is telling, I have more passion to become a pilot, at the same time, really he is not interested, that will be a difficult program. Then which are the courses they can look into? So engineering, lot of engineering branches are there, umpteen numbers of seats are available. Then medical and paramedical courses, MBBS, BDS, and so many courses like physiotherapy, audiology, optometry, different types of courses are there. Agriculture courses like BSc Agriculture, Bachelor in Forestry Science, Veterinary Science, then BVSC and Dairy Science, BTech Dairy Science and Technology, Bachelor in Fisheries Science program, ISER, Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research. They used to conduct BSMS programs. Then ISAT, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology. So in order to get admission for the ISAT program, the first thing is he has to take physics, chemistry and mathematics for the +2 period, and he has to write the JEE main, that is Joint Engineering Main Examination. Then based upon the scores in the Joint Engineering Main Examination, he has to write the JEE Advanced. Then based upon the JEE Main and JEE Advanced score, he can join for BTech Avionics or BTech Space Science program in many of the institutes like ISRO institutions, Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology at Valiamala in Trivandrum. Then integrated management program, for example, IIM Indore, they are conducting integrated management program for +2 students. All other IIM, in order to get into the IIM, they need to complete the degree program. Then they have to write the CAT examination, common admission test. But for IIM Indore, the student immediately after completing +2, he can write the IIM Indore entrance examination and get into. Then lot of courses related to climatology is an emerging thread. Kerala Agriculture University is conducting integrated MS program in climatology, then also in biotechnology. Then developmental science is another option. Lot of universities are conducting developmental science. What is developmental science? It's a combination of political, historical, and also some of the economics. So many of the humanities courses, along with some of the vocational courses, form as part, including health, form the developmental science. Then fashion technology. Then Indian Maritime University, they conduct a lot of courses for the maritime courses. Then data analytics, any student can get into e-commerce, Indian Institute of Science program based upon their KVPY scholarship. Then chartered accountant program, immediately after +2, they can immediately write the CPT, then the CPT, and they can prepare for the chartered accountant program. Some of the students may not be interested to get into directly into become an accountant first through immediately after completing +2. So they can complete the BCom, and immediately after BCom, then there is no need for writing the CPT, they can straight away write the intermediate. Then financial analysis is the best program. Then actuarial science. And what is actuary? Actuary means they are deciding the interest rate within the banks and the repo rate within the Reserve Bank. There are a lot of opportunities are there. Within the energy sector, petroleum engineering is one of the potential sectors. English and foreign language university, they used to conduct a lot of programs. Then hospitality management program, if they are interested to work in tourism and hospitality sector. And a lot of n number of management programs are also available. So the basic advantage as far as we are concerned is the connectivity. So a lot of smart services are emerging, smart jobs are emerging. At the same time, a lot of smart courses are also emerging. So the students need to become smart in order to get into the smart courses. So artificial intelligence, online services, digital economy is flourishing like anything. So the students need to take certain decisions, whether they are interested to do education within the country after completing or the professional courses for science, technology, engineering, agriculture, for the civil services, for the services sector, or engineering or medical courses or non-professional courses or new generation courses or social sciences. What about the time frame? Can I continue? Whether I need to brief? Whether I need to summarize or whether I can continue? Ms. Deepa, whether I can continue further? What about the time frame?
So you can continue.
Non-professional courses, new generation courses are there. Okay. Then social sciences, then business studies, then science or integrated courses are available. For example, some of the students can get directly into the PG program, integrated MSc program, then paramedical courses or education abroad. Lot of opportunities are there. So a lot of entrance examinations are also there. Engineering, medical, agriculture, veterinary science, lot of entrance examination. For medical and agriculture, There is only one entrance examination called a NEET entrance examination. You test in architecture, then different types of entrance examinations are there. Decide the area of interest. Prioritize the entrance examination. Look for notification in dailies and websites thoroughly. Decide whether the online or offline application. Try online applying only through well-connected networking system. See the deadlines. So entrance examination for engineering, joint engineering entrance examination, KEEM, Amata, VIT, SRM, Manipal, KUSAR. So within the engineering stream, some of the students may be interested to become mechanical engineers. So within the energy, mechatronics and automation, computer science and engineering, so a lot of options. For civil engineering, transportation engineering is an emerging sector. For IT analytics, so design engineering, biomedical engineering. As a sequel to COVID-19, lot of opportunities are there for bioengineering and medical engineering, broadcast or media engineering, marine engineering. So NEET is the entrance examination for is a single entrance for getting admission to MBBS program. And some of the students may be interested to become join for medical courses either in English speaking countries and non-English speaking countries. Those students who are interested to join for English speaking countries medical program, they need to write SAT and also English proficiency examination. Then they need to join for the undergrad program. After completing the 4-year BS undergrad program, they need to write the medical college admission test and to get into the colleges. And some of the courses, medical courses, like especially those who are interested in non-English speaking countries like China, Russia, Ukraine, Georgia, Nepal, and Sri Lanka, they need to write the NEET, and based upon the NEET eligibility, they can get admission in these countries. Then agriculture, there is a separate entrance examination for ICAR agriculture at the national level. Then courses like e-commerce, analytics, banking, financial and insurance services, lot of opportunities. So these are many of the entrance examinations. Yoga, dietetics, health and wellness create lot of opportunities, including agribusiness. Then some of the students may be interested to prepare for civil services examination. So if they are interested to prepare for the civil service examination, the first thing they have to do is try to read the newspapers regularly. Try to collect the news, and they need to have thorough idea about the social sciences from 8th and 7th standard to 12th standard. So they can prepare even from the time of 9th and 10th standard. If they are interested to pursue for a civil service examination, they can strategically plan and prepare for this examination. So the next thing is, many of the course selection must be based upon the new age innovation. Then changing job roles, social and emotional learning are more important. So a lot of innovation is taking place, as I told earlier, and within the campus, a lot of startups are emerging. So opportunities are there for skill-based science, technology, engineering, data sciences, mathematics, social science, business studies, media studies, hospitality, connectivity, and genetics. So these are some of the programs which can create umpteen job opportunities over the coming 2 or 3 decades. Data science, sustainable systems, that is green energy, actuarial science, accounting, blockchain technology, analytics, artificial intelligence, health genetics, automobile design, art and design, food technology, footwear design, construction management, urban planning, urban infrastructure, cybersecurity, culinary arts, then audiology and speech language therapy, physiotherapy, fashion technology, nutrition, dietetics, environmental engineering, e-commerce, business economics, business and fashion. All these courses can create around lot of opportunities over the coming 3 or 4 decades. These are the emerging courses. The students need to look for new courses and they need to look for the new trends. Good evening. Okay. So the next area is overseas education. As I told earlier, if the students are interested for study abroad program, there will be a lot of apprehension among them. Where should I go? Which course is best for me? How do I process everything? So immediately after these are some of the countries, lot of opportunities are there: Canada, USA, UK, EU, Australia, and Singapore. So English proficiency examinations are mandatory. Immediately after +2, they need to prepare for IELTS except for US, and for all other countries they require IELTS. Then they need to write Scholastic Aptitude Test. That has 2 papers, SAT1 and SAT2. So if they have 1 year with 1 year homework, they can easily access to any of the foreign universities. Lot of funding options are also available. Lot of scholarships are also available. So you can try for these scholarships from India. So with 1 year homework, they can easily access to any of the foreign universities. So with this words, thank you for your patience. You can ask your questions through chat box. I am extremely grateful to the organizers of this program for inviting me to take these classes.
Thank you, sir, for devoting your precious time. It was indeed a wonderful enrichment session for us. So we are going to start our interactive session. We have viewers on Zoom platform, YouTube live chat also. Dear students and parents, kindly post your queries in the chat box through Zoom platform as well as through the live chat on YouTube. Our teachers will present your queries to our guest speaker.
Yes, so one question is there. What do I have to choose for becoming a pilot?
Yes. If the student is interested to become a pilot, he can choose physics, chemistry, mathematics for his +2 program. And there are 2 ways through which he can try for the pilot program. The first way is immediately after completing the +2 program. The second way is immediately after completing the degree program, that is the BTech program. So the best way is immediately they can choose the program immediately after the +2 program. There are different types of proficiency tests available for the pilot selection. Many of the aviation schools within the country and abroad, they used to conduct a lot of entrance examinations. The first thing is a common proficiency test, is an awareness level program. Then a test based upon their group discussion and the awareness, and some of the technical portions also. The third thing is some of the physical tests also. So this is the way they can get into. At the same time, the pilot training program is a very costly program. On an average, it costs nearly around Indian rupees around 40 lakhs. So the eligibility is after joining the program, the student need to fly to get the license for the commercial pilot. He need to fly the aircraft for 100 hours.
Yeah, we have questions regarding data analytics as well. That where is the data science course available, and what is the name of that degree, and what is the scope of studying data analytics or data science?
Yeah, data analytics, data management, and data science are some of the emerging sectors. In India itself, there are a lot of opportunities are there. There are a number of vacancies exist in the technoparks and knowledge parks for the knowledge data professionals. There are different ways through which a student can get into data analytics. The first way is a student with physics, chemistry, and mathematics during their +2 period, they can join for the BSc or BTech in data science program or data analytics program. Other way is immediately after the +2 program, if he is interested in BSc mathematics or statistics, after completing the program, he can do integrated data science, MS data science program. And there are a number of universities in India, including VIT, Amrita, and Manipal. They used to conduct integrated MSc program in data science and data analytics for those students who complete the +2 program. And some of the IITs also conducting data analytics program as part of dual program. Chennai IIT, they used to conduct dual program in data analytics along with the BTech program. And there are n number of engineering colleges, they are offering many of the BTech program in data analytics along with many of the core subjects. Am I clear?
Yes, sir. So the next
Okay.
question is how to
Next
pursue
question.
robotics scope in India and abroad.
Yeah, robotics is an integrated program. It's a combination of 3 courses, that is mechanical engineering, then electrical and electronics engineering, and IT. So some of the engineering colleges and IITs and some of the NITs are offering BTech in robotics program. And sometimes we used to call this program as mechatronics. So mechatronics and robotics are equally good programs. And immediately after the completing the program, the opportunities are there in automobile sector and also shipping sector and also in aircraft manufacturing sector. So Government of India is promoting Make in India program. So Make in India program is giving more thrust to manufacturing sector. Any country is having more thrust to manufacturing sector can create around 1/3 of the employment opportunities. Thanks.
Next question is, one student is asking that he chose science and math stream. So in future, is it possible for a student to apply for civil services, or a student has to
Why?
shift from this one stream to another?
Why not? Why not? My request to students, those students who are very serious to pursue for civil service is not to choose science. Better they choose some easy subjects like anthropology, sociology, psychology, or public policy. At the same time, if he is interested in science program, what's the problem in writing civil service examination? Any graduate can write civil service examination. At the same time, if you are choosing anthropology, the beauty of the program is after certain while, said for example, after the evolution of human being, there is not much improvement in anthropology. So the portions for studying is limited. That is the reason why anthropology is one of the best subjects for civil services.
Thank you, sir. So I'll have the question from YouTube channel also. Mrs. Azza, do we have any queries in the YouTube channel?
Yes, ma'am. So a student wants to know after 10th, what course should they select for audio-visual therapy?
Audio-visual?
Audio-visual.
Yes,
Yeah. If the student is very keen to join for the audio-visual program, he can choose physics, chemistry, and mathematics for the +2 stream. After that, he can join for the media engineering or audio engineering program. Lot of n number of media engineering programs are available. And also, if he is interested, he can join for the art and design program. Within the art and design program, many of the universities like Birmingham University, they offer many of the programs related to audio engineering.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Azza, please
Yeah.
continue.
Okay. So one of the parent also wants to know about the aptitude test. What kind of test do you want them to understand, child to understand about the aptitude?
Yeah, I already explained about the aptitude test. There are n number of aptitude tests available in the Google Play Store. They can just download the aptitude test and they can enter their inputs, and immediately after they will get some details. There are n number of entrepreneurs working to conduct the aptitude test, but I think many of the aptitude tests available within the markets are not reliable. So my request is to take an A4 sheet paper and draw 4 columns and to analyze the strength, weakness, opportunities, and challenges of the student from the student side, from the teacher side, and from both parent side, and compile all these 4 sheets together to to prioritize the data, then discuss the student in detail in whichever way he is interested. Then in that way, they can choose an aptitude. Some of the students, recently, one of the agencies conducted, a parent approached me with his student, because one of the agents, he's with the student, the parent is telling he's very much interested in biology. At the same time, they conducted one aptitude test through one agency. And their finding is the student is interested in political science. And I asked the student, are you interested in political science? No, I'm not interested in political science. So this is the way you need to cross-check the aptitude from different agencies and you have to finalize it. The teachers are the best decision makers about the talent of the student. That is more important. So some of the class teachers, they can take the best, they are the best decision makers. So discuss with the teachers, discuss, the parents and teachers need to discuss together in order to identify the appropriate talent, aptitude of the student.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Yusuf, can we have the questions from the Zoom platform?
Yeah, sure. Student is asking here, to prepare for NEET exam, is it better to join a live class or an online class during this situation? Or is there any other
It's not
institution?
clear, sir. Not clear, sir.
The question here
Can you
is,
repeat once again?
yeah, sure, sir. To prepare for NEET exam, is it better to join a live class or an online class during this situation? Could you please suggest some institution for the training?
Yeah, I prefer online programs rather than face-to-face classes.
Okay, we have one more question here. What are the trending career options in paramedical?
Yeah, within the paramedical side, some of the trending careers include the physiotherapy, BSc physiotherapy, BSc audiology and speech language therapy, BSc optometry, BSc medical laboratory technology. These are some of the trending careers. And including nursing if the student is interested, and biomedical engineering is another sector, and biomedical science and clinical microbiology is another sector. As a sequel to COVID-19, lot of opportunities exist in biomedical science and clinical microbiology, including virology.
Sir, one student wants to know about forensic sciences. Forensic science.
Yeah,
Scope.
I'm expecting that question. For every seminar, many of the students used to ask, what are the opportunities for forensic science? There are n number of college institutions, they are offering many of the forensic science program and they are giving heavy advertisements. So fortunately or unfortunately, forensic science is not having much opportunities which they envisage. So, for example, in India, those who completed the forensic science program, where they will go? The government won't post forensic experts to detect the crime in India because they is fully under, there is no private crime detection agency in India. Then many of the universities say they can go for research. In whichever research they used to go for. If they are very keen to go for the forensic science program, they can do research from abroad. Immediately after the completing program, number of faculty positions abroad is comparatively limited. At the same time, cyber forensic is an emerging sector. They can move for the cyber forensic sector. As a sequel to growth in IT and IT-enabled services, there are a lot of opportunities, a lot of cyber threats are coming. So a lot of opportunities in the cyber forensic sector rather than the forensic science sector. So I request the students not to choose forensic science for the time being because there are not much opportunities available within the country. So let us go for some other courses. There are umpteen courses available. As far as students are concerned, for their career, they require only one career. At the same time, they need to choose only one course. That course should be very appropriate with regard to their interest, aptitude, attitude, and their goal. That's my request.
So here two
Sir,
very good questions are there. One student is asking how to become the president of India and how to become a CEO in the business.
President of India, second question.
How to become CEO?
CEO of
Any company.
Okay. To become president of India, so anyone can become president of India if he completed 35 years of age, no problem. So at the same time, I can say if he is very keen to enter into politics, there is an institute based at Pune, that is Institute of Political Management. So after completing the degree program in whichever subject he is interested, tell him to join for the postgraduate program in political management from the University MIT Pune. So as part of the program, they can work with a political party, they can work with an election campaign for 3 months, they can work with a member of parliament also, they can work with the ministers. And recently when I visited to the Pune campus, I could see that many of the students who completed the program, they became MPs, they became MLAs, and they became district panchayat presidents also. So, so the only thing is If he is really interested to become Indian person, try to do a course related in developmental science, including economics or political science or some other developmental courses during their undergrad period, and then to join for the political management program. To become a CEO, anyone can become a CEO. At the same time, if he is interested to become a CEO in any of the sectors, the first thing he can do is he can do the graduate program in which in some of the subjects in which he is interested. Right, tell him to write the CAT examination, common admission test. Based upon the CAT score, he can get into IIMs, Indian Institute of Management, and Indian Institute of Management is the best source for or best breeding ground for CEOs. Next.
So one question from the parents' side, they would like to know about financial planning, if you could guide on student loan or scholarships.
Financial
Planning of the parent,
Pardon?
because one parent is asking about how to plan finances, because they want to know something about student loan and scholarships.
Yeah. That's a good question. Yeah, the expenses, the educational expenses are getting increasing day by day. So the financial planning, if the student after completing the +2 program, he is interested to study in India or abroad, that's more important. If he is interested to study in India, whether in medical colleges or any other colleges. For example, if you are taking into account the course fee within the medical colleges, the deemed medical colleges used to charge something around 15 to 25 lakhs per annum for MBBS program. Then based on it will vary depending upon the courses. So the first he need to say in which course they are interested, or else whether from India or abroad. If he is interested to pursue for education abroad, and annually they need to find something around 20 lakh rupees. So this is the way they can plan. So at the same time, if the students are in the 9th or 10th standard, there are enough time for him to plan.
Thank you, sir.
Sir?
We have questions from YouTube. Mrs.
Yes.
Azza?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So a student wants to know, like, how can they get into gaming?
Gaming, okay.
Yes.
Gaming means gaming?
Yes, esports or apps.
Yeah. Game technology is an emerging program. Lot of opportunities are there. Unfortunately, the courses offering game technology is very limited. Recently, VIT, Vellore Institute of Technology, launched BTech in gaming technology. This is a very good program. Lot of opportunities in US, Canada, and Australia. So those students who are interested to pursue for gaming technology, they can either join for BTech gaming technology, or they can complete BTech computer engineering or BTech IT, then pursue for MS in gaming technology from abroad. Lot of opportunities are there. Immediately, especially during the COVID phase, people are working with the smartphones, and lot of opportunities for games. See our games like PUBG and all that.
Okay, yeah, one more question is there, repeatedly being asked. What courses do we need for cyber security or
I could see
ethical
lot of
hacking?
questions in the ethical hacking. Ethical hacking is one of the courses having lot of opportunities, because those who are interested to become ethical hacking, they can do some of the courses related to cyber security.
Sir, a student wants to know about computing biology.
Yeah. Computing biology, they used to call it as bioinformatics. The computing biology has, those who complete bioinformatics, lot of opportunities exist in US, Canada, Australia, and European countries. So a lot of opportunities exist in pharmaceutical sector and R&D, research and development sector, and especially in drug manufacturing and vaccine production.
Sir, can you please suggest some universities for mechatronics?
Yeah, universities, some of the best universities for studying mechatronics include all the IITs. The second thing is some of the private universities like Manipal Institute of Technology, Manipal in Karnataka, then Vellore Institute of Technology in Tamil Nadu, and Ahmedabad University in Tamil Nadu and in Kerala. And there is one university is called a Lovely Professional University. They are also offering this program in mechatronics. So try to get into IITs or NITs. So the first thing is to write for the JEE, Joint Engineering Entrance Examination, main examination, they can get into NITs. Then based upon the score, they can write JEE Advanced. Then based upon the JEE Advanced score, they will get admission in IITs.
A student wants to know about space research.
Yeah, it's a good question. Those students who are interested to enter into space research, there are two pathways available. The first thing is those who studied physics, chemistry, and mathematics, they can write the JEE main. And based upon the JEE main, he has to appear for the JEE Advanced also. And based upon the JEE main score and JEE Advanced eligibility, they can get admission at the Institute of Space Science and Technology, Valiamala in Trivandrum in Kerala. There where they are offering BTech Avionics and BTech Space Science program. This is the way he can get into the first choice. The second way is if he is interested, he can straight away join for the BSc Physics program. Then he can get into the MSc Physics, and after getting MSc Physics, he can go for research in space sciences. Some of the IITs are also offering MSc Integrated Physics program and MSc Science Space Science programs also.
One more question here. I want to become a pharmaceutical engineer. What should I do to become a pharmaceutical engineer? And what is the scope of B.Pharm?
Yeah. IIT Varanasi, they are conducting BTech in pharmaceutical engineering and BTech in drug design also. So the only thing is just the entrance examination only. And some of the private universities, they are also conducting BTech in pharmaceutical engineering. The only thing is after completing the 10th program, they need to study physics, chemistry, and mathematics for their +2 period. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. So what are the trending career options related to psychology?
Yeah. So most often, those students who are interested to become psychologists, there are different options available. So almost all, some of the graduates, their interest is to do psychology program. There are different types of psychology programs available. So among the psychology programs, clinical psychology, they are having lot of options, lot of opportunities available. So clinical psychology is one. Then counseling psychology, education psychology, these are some of the potential courses, getting lot of opportunities within the country and abroad also. So if a student is really interested in psychology, he can either move for clinical psychology program after completing the MBBS program, or counseling psychology program after completing any of the degree programs. Then some of the best courses as of now, as I forgot to say, food and nutrition and dietetics are some of the best courses which can create lot of employment opportunities.
Okay, sir. Mrs. Azza, do we have any questions from YouTube?
Yes. Sir, a student wants to know what course they should choose to become a financial analyst.
Yeah. To become a financial analyst, he can choose for the +2 period, he can join for either physics, either accountancy or business studies or commerce program. And after that, he can either do BCom program. And after BCom, he can, after completing the BCom, he can write the financial analyst program. Or else immediately after completing the +2 period itself, some of the private universities are offering financial analyst program. And there is another program called actuaries. So after completing the +2, they can write the program of actuary science. And the selection is through an entrance examination. They can just log into actuariesindia.com. They can just log into actuariesindia.com and they can apply for the actuaries examination. And this Actuaries India program is having around 12 courses. After completing the program, immediately they will get appointment.
Sir, a student also wants to know, to get admission in IIT, if they should, which one is best, JEE or advanced JEE?
Okay. To get admission to IIT, they want JEE Advanced. But based upon the JEE main, they can get into NITs, that is National Institute of Technology.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Mrs. Parker, do you have any questions from Zoom?
Yeah, many, actually 116 questions are there pending here. So I think only
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I will answer all these questions.
Okay, so what we have to study for working in hologram sector in Microsoft?
Pardon?
What we have to
Hologram
study?
center in Microsoft.
Microsoft hologram sector.
The first thing is either he can do some of the courses related to either BTech Computer Science, BTech IT, or BSc Computer Science, or BCA, and specialize in augmented reality. Augmented reality, AR course. Okay.
So, a student is continuously asking this question. He says he has speaking issues, but he wants to pursue a career in medical. He wants to know if his speaking issues is going to cause a problem for him in future.
Which career he is interested to pursue?
Medical. Medical. So in the medical
program, there won't be an issue. There's a reservation for those students with the speaking troubles, and they can apply for the program, provided at least he should have some functional speech characteristics.
Yeah, one more question is there here. How to get admission in medicine in Canada and USA? How many years to complete medical graduation and post-graduation it takes in US? And which all subjects in class 11 and 12 to be taken in India for pursuing admission in Canada?
Okay, it's a good question. Those students who have completed +2 in physics, chemistry, and biology, they need to write the SAT exam, that is Scholastic Aptitude Test. SAT has 2 papers, SAT 1 and SAT 2, based upon the +2 syllabus. Then they have to write the English proficiency examination, IELTS for Canada and TOEFL for US. So based upon the score, they need to get into any of the pre-medical schools. That is the colleges for BS pre-medical program, BS, Bachelor of Science pre-medical program. After completing this 4-year BS pre-medical program, either in US or in Canada, they have to write MCAT, Medical College Admission Test. So based upon the MCAT score, they can get into medical schools in Canada or US. So after completing the program, the pre-medical program for 4 years, the medical program for 4 years again, that is 8 years, then 1 year internship, then 1 year externship. By the time the student complete the medical program, he may attain an age of around 28.
Okay, one more question here. One student is asking that he wants to become a professional footballer. What are the options in India available for this?
Yeah. To become a professional footballer, there are different coaching institutions under Sports Authority of India, either in Bangalore and in Patiala. So he can join for the program.
A student is asking about CA Foundation. He wants to start. So can you recommend some institutes for CA Foundation?
Yeah. The CA Foundation program, there are n number of institutions are available, but the success rate among many of the institutions, when we compare those institutions in Tamil Nadu, especially in Chennai, there are so many institutions based at T Nagar, and their success rate is very high. So it is not fair for me to tell about any private institution's name.
Mrs. Azza, do you have any queries in YouTube?
Yes, sir. One of the student wants to know about what to do to get into military and army.
Yeah. It's a good question. Those students who are interested to get into military, into defense sector, there is a good option for the National Defense Academy examination, NDA examination. National Defense Academy examination, those students who complete the +2, who are doing +2 during the physics, chemistry, and mathematics, they can try for NDA examination. And those who are studying, all the +2 students can select the army program. At the same time, all the other students, especially Navy and Air Force, physics and mathematics are mandatory. So annually, NDA used to conduct, Union Public Service Commission is conducting the examination for the National Defense Academy. For every 6 months, annually, twice they are conducting the examination, June and October. So those students who are studying the +2 period can prepare for the examination. First examination, if they are not, if they cannot succeed through the first examination, they can try with the second examination.
Sir,
for that examination, there are different. Okay, please.
Okay, sir,
Please.
continue. Okay. So a student wants to know that which jobs can give maximum job security?
Which job can give
maximum job security?
It's very difficult to say because we are living in currently a lot of pandemic issues are emerging across the world. So we are living in a lot of transformations that are taking place with as a sequel to COVID-19. But maximum job security we can expect, especially I can expect say some of the sectors like healthcare, agribusiness, food processing, and in education.
Thank you, sir. From Zoom, any other questions?
These are two general questions.
Yeah, one question is continuously flashing here. What are the career opportunities for biotechnology?
Yeah, that's a good question because those students immediately after +2, many of the career agencies used to say biotechnology is a good program. Fortunately or unfortunately, there are a number of unemployed biotechnologists across the country. Then why is it so? Because our country, India, they are not promoting genetically modified research. At the same time, those students who are interested to pursue for biotechnology, I request them after completing their undergrad program, try to do graduate program and research from abroad. So a lot of opportunities are there for biotechnology, especially in US, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and also UK. So those students who are very serious to pursue for biotechnology, the better pursue for education abroad, then there are a lot of opportunities. Unfortunately, we don't have that much opportunities in India. There are two types of biotechnology courses available, theoretical science and BS programs and applied sciences like BTech biotechnology. Recently for my institute, we called for that post of a 2 research assistant in biotechnology for the program. And as we conducted walk-in interview and the eligibility is only MSc in biotechnology. Fortunately or unfortunately, around 90 attended the interview, of which 30 were with the PhD.
A student is asking about aeronautical engineering.
Yeah, aeronautical engineering, there are a lot of education engineering, there are a lot of institutions are offering aeronautical engineering. At the same time, my request is, if he is very serious in aeronautical engineering, pursue good rated institutions, including IITs and NIT or rated private institutions.
Okay.
Any other questions, Mrs. Azza from YouTube?
Yes, sir. One of the question is continuously coming. One student wants to know career as a prosthetic designer.
Career as a?
Prosthetic designer.
Which designer, please? Not clear.
Prosthetic designer.
Prosthetic. Yeah. Okay. After completing +2? So there are a number of courses available for prosthetic designing program within the country and abroad, and the number of courses within the country is limited when compared to abroad universities. So he can either log into many of the universities in India or abroad. It's a 3-year design program, just like BDES program.
So one of the student wants to know the best institution for studying machine learning in India as well as its future abroad as well as in India.
Yeah, in India, all the IITs are good for machine learning, and all the universities, some of the novel universities like MIT in Manipal, then Amrita and VIT, they are good in machine learning.
So I
BTech
feel
machine
most
learning
of the
program.
questions in Zoom are done, but just one student wants to know about genetic sciences.
Yeah. Yeah, genetics, especially within the genetics program, molecular biology and molecular genetics are some of the good programs. If a student is very serious about genetics program, immediately after the +2 program, he can join for some biology courses, especially life science courses, or he can join for the biotechnology program. Then he can specialize in genetics, either in molecular biology or molecular genetics program. And then if he's interested further, he can pursue for research abroad or within the country. There are a number of good institutions within the country like Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, CCMB, Hyderabad. There are a number of education research institutions are here.